Hello and welcome. It's a new video, and this one concerns the so-called hard reserve cancer in WoW. I'm currently queued for a few instances, and because I'm already pugging, MC whatever, I don't actually need gear from these dungeons, Scholar, Strat, whatever. But if you look at my quest log, I've got plenty of quests in both of them, Stratholm and Scholar, both sides of Stratholm as well. So I figured, why don't I just queue up? I've got I would say, good gear, as it were. So, you know, it wouldn't be much of a problem. I don't really represent competition for anyone in there in terms of gear. Sure, I might enjoy getting some pieces of Shadowcraft just for completion purposes, but I don't really care about them, right? So if I had received an invite from a group who already had a rogue, I'd be like, yeah, sure, let's go. Well, I didn't whisper anyone, and then suddenly I got a whisper from this dipshit, this failed abortion, looking for one more strat live 2 DPS. First two orbs, hard reserved for tank. Afterwards, round robin. So basically, three of these rejects got together and figured we need two more people to, kill shit in there. But we want to get everything because don't think the tank and don't think the two friends he's bringing along are going to pass, assuming that, any other orb dropped after the so-called first two orbs. Because I've got plenty of Stratholm runs under my belt and I have seen quite a few instances where a single orb dropped. So I wouldn't make plans for seeing five or six of them dropping. So don't think you're going to go there and eventually you will get one. No. You will walk out holding a repair bill and your dick, and that's about it. So naturally, I wrote to him telling him to get lost and never write to me again. Well, that's what I intended to write, but it came out a bit wrong just because I was doing something else at the time. Now, this guy got upset, so he sent another guy from the group, some dipshit called Pizza Bob, who went offline in the meantime. I guess they're not actually going to go for Stratholm after all, right? And this guy just decided to write to me telling me to kill myself because I have upset them with my Nazi propaganda, which is kind of ironic because these dipshits are all German. This is a German guild. And yeah, it's not so much about the living orbs, or sorry, the righteous orbs from the living side of Stratholm, although we could discuss that, but it's more about every single instance. And let me try to explain that for a moment. These orbs, I would have to go to the auction house, and that's where I'm heading right now. These orbs generally go for 50 to 60 gold a piece. I don't know the current price. As you can see, I've not even enchanted my daggers. I'm currently considering whether I should get Crusader or the Agi enchant, if that's even available. They are pretty close to, you know, they're pretty close in terms of performance. I don't really know whether it's even worth enchanting my gear because I don't actually know whether I'm going to be doing anything with this rogue. Uh, let's see what an orb costs. Like I said, as far as I remember, it was between 50 and 60 gold, something like that. Righteous orb. Yeah, somewhere in the middle. The cheapest one is 54, and the most expensive one, well, that's just stupid. Now, these guys, I wish I could say that they are the exception, that they are the failed abortions that you expect to meet somewhere in Germany, and that everyone else is cool. But unfortunately, that's not the case. I don't actually need anything from these, you know, level 60 instances. They are kind of useless to me. The only reason I would go there would be to complete these quests just to free up my quest logs because you can see it's kind of full. It was in fact full earlier, but I went and I delivered some of the Alterac Valley quests. Now I wouldn't be surprised if I got, by the way, if I got suspended or banned over this thing, because the fucktards at what we once called Blizzard, well, they tend to be really sensitive about this shit, but not too sensitive about the ruined experience of, I don't know, tens of thousands of players. Because what's happening is that if I try to go to any level 60 instance, everything that's worth getting, that is going to be hard reserved. So let's just go through the list quickly. Try to go to BRD. Tell me if you can find a group where a possible SGC, the Savage Gladiator Chain, and the Hand of Justice are not reserved. You try to go to Dire Mall North. Let me know when you found the group, that doesn't have either a hunter or a rogue hard reserving these two things. I got one from a tribute run, like regular run with random people, and I actually bought the second one just because I couldn't be bothered with being queued for hours trying to find the group. You go to Dire Mall West, well, you can be pretty sure that this is going to be hard reserved, and you can be pretty sure that the healer trinkets and healer pants, well, they're not going to be officially hard reserved because there's no need to, but if you're playing a hybrid class, someone who can heal, they are kind of going to exclude you from the group because the healer wants to be sure that no one else is going to roll on his shit, right? You try to go to LBRS. Gems are going to be hard reserved, and there's some sort of crossbow. I don't even remember what it's called, nor do I care because, I went to some jump runs and I got Satyr's bow. Yeah, that is hard rest alongside the gems, like I said. You try to go to Skolo, the flask thing, reserved, and usually there's something else, but I can't remember what. I think it's some sort of caster weapon. That's also hard reserved. You try to go to Stratholm. If you try to go to the undead side, the Cape of the Baron or whatever it's called, that's reserved. You try to go to the living side, that's going to have orbs hard reserved, and there's also another thing that's hard reserved in there, although I couldn't quite tell you what that is right now. You try to go to UBRS, well, you're going to see that, well, I don't even want to try to go there, but if you tried to go there, Fell Striker is reserved, Dalrend, the main hand, and the offhand are reserved. I have seen a group going like the Pristine Hide of the Beast or whatever is also hard reserved, like bro, I don't even have skinning and nothing you could make with that shit is worth making to begin with. But, whatever. Not gonna argue. Um, yeah, this is what things look like for just about everyone who is level 60, has just reached level 60 and is trying to, go for their pre-bis gear, I suppose. Because you are being sent to all of these fucking dungeons. Never mind your class. You could be a mage, you could be a rogue, you could be a shaman, whatever. Yeah, people are going to go like hard reserved, hard reserved, hard reserved. Anything you might want to get, and I'm not only talking about, gear here, because righteous orbs, that's not something you could call gear, right? You try to go to a pug, let's see. But I didn't have to scroll up too much to find this other failed abortion going. Molten core pug, bindings, hard reserved. blah 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 blah. Except for if you go to Discord, you're going to find that maths, recipes, and something else I can't remember what. Also hard, oh yeah, BOEs, hard reserved. And by BOEs, they mean, shit like this, the belt and bracers for your tier 1 set, which people are generally trying to buy for fucking 200, 300 gold. I think they must all be brain dead. Like, look at this retard here going, want to buy Arcanist belt, 350 gold. Bro, it's 14 fucking damage and nothing else. Here's a fucking hint for you. You fucking retard. What was the name of that fuck? This one. See how this is, a 12 damage belt and it has a +1 to hit, which is absolutely essential in phase 1 and phase 2? I guess no one told him about it. But yeah, they're basically going like, oh yeah, 10, maybe 10 BOEs will drop, bracers, belts, what fucking ever, and all of them are hard reserved because we want to go and sell them on the auction house alongside the fiery core, lava core, whatever. In short, guys, I need your help to clear molten core, and you need to pay me about 3,000 to 5,000 gold for it. Unfortunately, a lot of these fucking retards tend to join their groups, and I cannot tell you what sort of fucking moron with zero self-esteem would do something like this. Because what you're doing when you're joining such a group is basically saying, oh yeah, I am a second tier player, I am a second tier person, I am basically the gamma, not even the beta of this group. Um, yeah, fuck me harder, daddy. That's exactly what they're doing. That is what they are saying. And somehow they can find about, I don't know, 39 other people. It's the same if you try to go to an Onyxia run. So the typical Onyxia run advertised on this shit server, and I imagine on other servers as well, goes something like this. The head is hard reserved. The BOEs, which is, we're talking about some completely shitty blues, completely unusable, really. Like, I can't imagine anything you'd want from Onyxia. Unfortunately, the Atlas, Atlas loot part of it does not list the blue BOEs that can drop there, but they're all shit, believe me. There's nothing worth getting there. Those are hard reserved. Of course, Deathbringer, hard reserved, and Viscag is also hard reserved. In short, if you go there, you've got a shot at getting your tier 2 helm, and you're more than welcome to watch my previous video on soft dress and Onyxia, if you're, into that sort of thing. And that's it. That's pretty much it. And at this point, honestly, the only thing that would fix this stupid shit would be once again introducing and enforcing personal loot, because nothing else is going to fix it. This is what the WoW population is like. This is what the community is like. And yeah, no, nothing else will fix this. If you're a socialist, if you've got a socialist friend, you know what? Get them to play WoW. They will be cured in roughly 1 month at level 60. They will no longer want to do. They will no longer want to have anything to do with socialism anymore. Once they see what people really are like, yeah, I think they will make Bezos feel like a fucking communist. Yeah, that's about all I wanted to say tonight. Thanks for watching and see you soon, unless, of course, I get banned for responding to those two fucktards. See you next time.